My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. If we get a mage, I've got to pick it. I've got mage and shaman dominance, hunter and mage dominance, and hunter and mage victory, which would be really nice to mop up some oh my god, I don't have enough money. Oops. My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, where we are going to be playing either a priest, that request from Jamie Source, a demon warlock, which I'll just play a warlock and I'll see if I can get some demon elements in it, and that request is by Shane O'Donnell, or a mage if it comes up, and the reason we're going with mage is because I've got 2 mage dominance quests currently going. Bomb Lobber is an amazing card, in my opinion. I think a 2-3 is better than a 1 mana 2-1. Yeah. Ooh, Polymorph. Tech cards, fuck yes. Scarlet Crusader, because I can't be guaranteed enough weenies to buff with the Dark Iron Dwarf, so the Scarlet Crusader is individually stronger. Booty Bay Bodyguard is strong-ish. I don't like it. I think it's bad. I think it's not got enough health for its amount there, but it's better than the other 2. Water Elemental's amazing. Just stats-wise, it's really good. Ooh. Card draw. It's got to be card draw, especially since I'm in a mage deck, so I've got spell damage. Yeah, it's card draw. Another water elemental, have to do it, even though I want the, another water elemental, have to do it, even though I want to, actually, there's nothing I wanted more than the water elemental in that pack. Sludge Belcher is almost impossible to get past. Spider Tank is one of the best 3s in the video game at the moment. Imp Master is pretty good, especially because we can supplement the 1 damage with our own thingy. We've only got 1 mech so far, so the Blast Mage is unlikely to hit, but it's still good distribution of stats. And we could continue getting more mechs, so... Blast Mage is so powerful when it works, though. Frostbolt, we need to draft some more early game cards now. Ooh, I don't like any of these. I think I'll take an Arcane Intellect card draw, hopefully in late game. Mana Worm in the early game is pretty good. Senjin or Burley? I think Senjin to try and protect some stuff, like my Mana Worms and stuff. Another Frostbolt, because it's the only early game I'm being offered. I want to take the Earthen Ring Farseer, but I just don't have any early game, so I'm going to take another Frostbolt. Do I take the Knife Juggler this time? I think with this many Frostbolts, I actually have to take the Azure Drake. Okay, I want to take the Polymorph, but I think I have to take the Puddle Stomper. Another Frostbolt. Haunted Creeper is too good, I can't pass it up. These are all pretty piss poor. We have 2 battle... is that good enough? I don't think that's good enough to justify a Cone of Cold, but considering the other 2 cards, it actually is, so... Fuck what I'm saying, I guess. Ogre Magi... Yeah, just over the rest of these. Maybe Frost Elemental, actually. No, I'll take an Ogre Magi. Spectral Knight for the stat distributions is fine. I'll take a Leper Gnome for the early game just because the other 2 cards are bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got enough early game. I'll take a War Golem for the late game. Strengthorn Tigress similarly for the late game. And Senjin Shieldmaster before my final decision, or Flesh Eating Ghoul. I think I need another 3, so I'll take a Flesh Eating Ghoul. Kirantor Mage for its stats? No, I've got to take a Sunwalker. We didn't get any Flame Strikes, that's the big letdown of this deck, but we do have 3 Water Elementals, which are amazing. If we can get Spider Tank Goblin Blast Mage off, then that's amazing as well, but the rest of it's pretty standard, just try and stick to my curve. Use the Azure Drakes to draw up, Bomb Lobber to get value, and then the rest of the cards are kind of like late game anti-aggression. Alright, I'm gonna assume, God, don't assume. I'm gonna hope for more than 3 wins, and the reason I'm hoping for more than 3 wins is because it will complete 2 dominance quests, which will therefore allow me to go into my next arena afterwards. But I'd really like to see like at least 5 or 6. That said, it's not a particularly amazing deck. Its most strong feature is the fact that it has all those water elementals. So I kind of want a mulligan for them. I mean, I've got 3 water elementals. I've already got a 2-drop and a 3-drop, so let's see if we can get one. Ooh, being able to use the Bomb Lobber as a 4-drop, especially because at that point in the game, you're most likely to immediately remove something with it. That's going to be so strong. Oh, looks like I'm using the Water Elementals as 4-drop. Which, again, is so strong. Because the cards it'll be fighting at the time most likely have less than that amount of health. Unfortunately, I do have to play a pretty poor card into that, but what are you going to do? I just don't want to see it buffed. It's not a buff. Boop, boop, and then I'm left with the 1/1. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. Oh, for the face! Dear lord, this person is spirited. I'm liking it. Don't be snipe. In fact, it was snipe, I wouldn't particularly care. Yeah, actually, I'll just leave it at that. No, I probably should have run this in there, because the Eaglehorn Bow is likely to hit the Imp Master, if I had to guess. If he holds the Eaglehorn Bow, then not attacking was correct. If they hold the Eaglehorn Bow, my apologies. $50-50 for amazing result. That's explosive trap. It has to be, right? I'm removing the beast component of that by attacking. So it's no longer a beast. The opponent's been going for my face so much that I think they might be trying to win the game through kill commands in the end. Oh, perfect fucking draw. Excellent. Now we get to freeze our opponent's face, so they're not going to be able to use their weapon. I don't care if you have 2 charges on your weapon, you are frozen forever. Hopefully. We'll keep the Goblin Blast Mage in hand for as long as we can, because we might be able to... Ooh, so if you didn't play that before, it must be the same card, right? Okay. Here's going to be my test. I ping, kill. Okay. Then I attack the face. Because you can't have 2 of the same trap out at the same time. So my opponent has the biggest Eaglehorn Bow of all time, and they'll never be able to use it. Draw a card. This is a pretty easy match now. Like, I would have to fuck up severely to lose. I believe I try and keep freezing my opponent. Then Water Elemental and Ship's Cannon is going to guarantee that I always have a creature on the field to freeze with. Ooh, I probably should have considered not playing the Ship's Cannon just to play around the possibility... Oh, that was actually really effective, but just to play around the possibility of Mind Control tech. So I've got to keep myself alive while I do all of the things that I do. So I've got lethal on board. This is pretty good.
To Northrend.
That does not prevent lethal, unless you've got...
Drink with me, friend.
Nope, doesn't prevent lethal. Well played.
Well played.
So they definitely drafted really aggressively, and we kind of picked up on that early enough in order to value our life points to the point that we just kind of overwhelmed them. So there's the first of our dominance quests complete. We've also got, yep, there we are, the other one, with 2 more wins until completion. That would be an exciting time for me to have that done. Because it almost guarantees that I'll have enough gold after this run to do another run. Woo! Arena! Can't wait to do some runs with the Black Rock Mountain.
Watch your
That stuff.
back.
Ooh.
You asked for
I guess I keep 1 Frostbolt. Just in case I get nothing better. Like, I don't want to just have really, really, really horrible early game. Especially against a rogue who could just straight up out-tempo me. Oh look, it's a water elemental. Really glad to have it.
Hello.
Especially against a rogue that's going to be about weapons. Wonder if Frostbolt was the correct move. Because this forces my opponent to use a dagger, so that their thing doesn't die. It's just if they have 1 supplementary damage, which they easily could, I might lose my spider tank. If they have 2 supplementary damage from like a backstab or something, then I lose my spider tank and my 1/1 for free. Okay, I wasn't punished for it. That's really good. Okay, so I get to kill that and then develop a water elemental, and I'm suddenly amazingly ahead of my opponent. This match is looking good. Dealing with this effectively is going to be fucking hard. What have you got?
Attention, class.
That's not going to do it. I think I have to Frostbolt that though. Even though I could play a Sludge Belcher or something like that this turn. I think that has to die. How bad can it be? I mean, it is a rogue, but can it be that bad? Yeah, I think it can be that bad. I also could have just attacked it with both of these, but I think freezing the opponent's face, especially against a rogue, is going to harshly limit their chances of removal, because they won't be able to use weapons. Oh, there's the assassinate. They won't be able to use weapons, they won't be able to use a number of really, really important removal tactics that they have. Ooh, if I'm playing Leper Gnome, I have to play Sludge Belcher. Just so that my opponent can't use the Wicked Knife to kill the Leper Gnome easily. Plus, this is more damage distributed on the field than if I play Spectral Knight by itself. 2 Assassinates, okay, so I can probably start edging my bets saying that my opponent doesn't have another Assassinate, because you don't draft, you know, that many Assassinates. I think I actually just drop a bigger minion. Like, the first Assassinate in a rogue deck is pretty good. Second Assassinate is okay. Third Assassinate is, when are you going to use all these Assassinates? When are you going to use all of these and not fall behind while using them? I mean, my opponent used 2 Assassinates on 2 really good targets, and I'm still ahead on the board severely. So, they still need some really big comeback.
Shields up.
Okay. At the moment, I still... Ooh, no, I don't have clear. Shit. 1 damage off clear. Oh, I've got I've got clear. Hot damn. Still got 1 Frostbolt left in my deck, which I might have to use for final damage here. It really matters whether my opponent has, you know, board clear, basically. It's... Or, see, if they've got board clear, we have problems, right? If they just have 1 big minion they were hoping to save them, I've got Polymorph, so it doesn't matter. That hits that, but then that and that hits that, and then I play the Azure Drake, I'm still ahead on the board. And my opponent's severely down on health.
Let the dark in.
Azure Drake. I just don't want to see anything like... I mean, Deathwing would be fine just because it clears my opponent's hand. I forgot that it clears the opponent's hand. Third Assassinate? Okay. We're beginning to get into wild dude territory. Of course, every card that I play is giving me much more value than the cards my opponent is playing. Right? What'd they assassinate? Yeah, and it's your Drake that had already drawn me a card. Wow, that's the board clear I didn't want to see.
This is our town.
It's the exact type of shit I didn't want to see. Because I don't have board clear. How do I stay in this game? I think I need to remove my opponent's options of using their dagger for board clear. So 2-2 goes here, 3-2 goes there, and then I've got a 4-4 facing a 2-3 after all optimal trades for my opponent. I don't like this. Oh, now I'm in a really bad position.
Get back, you scabby dog.
Yeah, this is not good. Luckily, it looks like they have to trade both of those into this.
I can't do that.
So, if they want to play life sensitively, they're going to have to use the Stormpike Commando to kill a Mana Worm. Which is pretty bad. The problem is, if they, you know, just do basically anything with the board, I'm fucked. Like that. That's really bad. That's not a good thing to have happen. Luckily, my opponent is going to have to play very, very, very cautiously. So if I ping that and play the Goblin Blast Mage, they are forced to respond by killing one of my creatures. This is really bad. Really, really bad. Using a Fan of Knives to top deck another Fan of Knives is the board clear that I didn't want to see. Oh my god. So I don't have 5 turns to ping my opponent's face. I might have. Oh.
Truth is my shield.
It looks like my opponent has to use both of those to kill it. That's good for me. Unless they want to use their dagger, in which case they need to have a way to heal up afterwards. Sun Walker MVP. Here we go. That has to go in and then that. What? Oh, right. You must have just targeted that to the face? What do you... Yeah. If my opponent just runs out of gas, I can just wait on my last. Perfect. It's got to be like an Assassinate or something in hand, but I just need to wait for my last Frostbolt. I've got 10 cards, 1 Frostbolt, that wins the game. That's really good in the late game, although we may be looking at a death to fatigue after that. That's really good. Frostbolt still wins the game because it can remove that or it can just hit the face. Okay, you need immediate responses and then to develop a board threatening enough that I can't just ping you for 3 turns. Can you do it? Rodolpino. That's not a good start. That's not good either. Oh, well played.
Well played.
You don't ping yourself with your own thing if you're not gonna kill yourself. There you go. That was fun. I like that, Rodolpino. You're a wild dude. Excellent. Dude, of course, being a gender-neutral term in the way that I'm using it. Even ladies can be wild dudes. Anyone can be a wild dude if you want to be. But don't be a wild dude. If I had to, like... The taxi driver that overcharged me by about $60, and I only found out on my credit card debit card statement afterwards, that guy was a wild dude. Right? Don't be a wild dude. Oh, baby! I thought I was going to have to rely on Frostbolt into Scarlet Crusader just to develop a decent board, but Mana Worm into Frostbolt and Scarlet Crusader is amazing. And then a Goblin Blast Mage is a 5-4 on turn 4, it's fine as well. Although I'd really like to see, obviously, the MVP of every match. Water Elemental. Develop a 3-2.
X marks the spot.
2-3, doesn't matter, still gonna kill it. Boom. So, hopefully, if my opponent has any Shadow Word Pains or something like that, I want them to use it on Scarlet Crusader, rather than be able to use it on my other dude. You know, my other dude. The Water Elemental, because the Water Elemental is such a high value target.
Don't mess with Tuskers.
Fuck, I need a 2-drop. Okay, didn't get the 2-drop.
Join or die.
That's fine. My 3-drop just trades for my opponent's 3-drop in this scenario. Shadow Word Pain just don't fucking happen. Don't you dare. That's lovely. If I want to get value out of this, that's the way I do it. I set it up to die to nothing. Well, it dies to anything, but all of the things that kill it are worth nothing. Fine, that was 2 mana's worth of tempo that you had to take from yourself to do that. Shit, dude, you are really, really intense on keeping this Chillwind alive. Is that a wild move? I think I played the Blast Mage. Alright, I clear the board. I'm behind after all of that. I mean, I'm ahead on the board, but my opponent's got 6 cards. I've got kind of 5. Although, you know, they did go second, so they had the coin. Did they use the coin yet? Oh, they did. They used it on their first turn to play the Bloodsail Raider. They had the coin, and then they had an extra card that you get for being second.
Get back, yes.
Luckily, I have the Azure Drake, so it's pretty good. Oh my god. Azure Drake? Frostbolt for 4. Now that shit's not fair. Arcanized Circle ruins my day. Don't you dare. I wouldn't mind seeing a Shadow Word Death on my 5-4 or anything like that.
Special delivery.
It didn't hit the worst target it could hit.
Summoning portal open.
Think I Azure Drake to try and even out my tempo. Plus, I might draw something worth playing. Yep, that's definitely worth playing. Especially since it's not vulnerable to Holy Nova. It only becomes more powerful with a Holy Nova.
Damn, stand ready.
I have a really good response to that. Like, a response to that that makes me question whether this person is just, like, auto-clicking or something. Because my response to that is so effective. Okay, so I play that, and since I'm so far ahead, I don't play anything else, because I don't want to be in a position where Mind Control Tech steals my minion. I also don't want to play anything else so that... because the Leper Gnome or the Haunted Creeper, my only two options of what I could play, both could have been stolen by a Shadow Cabal Priest. Okay, so that puts me on 3 wins, right? That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, that's it. We've done 3 wins. Now we're going to retire this debt. What are we at? Just under 30 minutes. Alright, we'll go again. I think no matter the result of this, we'll cut to a part 2. I think. We've just been really, really lucky on a lot of draws. The Azure Drakes are so fucking powerful. They're just a fucking solid body on the field. And card draw.
Jaina versus
And spell damage in my case, which is super helpful.
For Doomhammer.
You asked.
Do I keep... I think I keep the 1-drop against a... I'm gonna throw back Frostbolt. I think I keep the 1-drop against a Shaman. I mean, what's the worst result? They Earthshock it. Or it's a target that gets hit by Forked Lightning. So I guess that means I don't want to play Puddle Stomper if I can avoid it. Because Forked Lightning does 2 damage, so instead... in order to kill the Leper Gnome, they would have to use Forked Lightning and not kill the ship's cannon. Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, we have adjusted our play. I'm going to play a ship's cannon. This could be an incredible play from them. Do they have a Stormforged Axe? No. Okay. Well, we just got a free card out of them, but they're likely to go boop, boop, and get a free card, and then I boop, and then boom. So I can get a free card back. Whee! Depends what they play on 3, of course. If they totem and then get the healing totem, I'm gonna be sad, man.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Does that make me a sad man as well? That makes me a little bit of a sad man, yeah, I think. I think there's some sadness involved with that. Do I keep the Frostbolts? I think I do. I think the Frostbolt is going to be more versatile in removing and answering opponents' minions. When I have 4 mana to play one, so I can Frostbolt the king. Okay. It was the easiest play I've ever made in my life. I kind of need my Azure Drakes now. Or my Bomb Lobber. I need to be able to play something while removing stuff. Or play something while gaining value.
We must cleanse
Basically,
the
I need
Sunwell.
good battle price. That's it. Okay. That's good enough. I mean, it's on curve. I can remove the taunt and then attack through, which is super important. Because it means my opponent's their stuff is not safe. And now I've got something worth removing. Excellent. I've got 2 things worth removing. I need my next Frostbolt. This is a problem. I don't have Flame Strike, and it's really annoying me. Oh shit! If that attacks that, then that can kill that. Whoops! That's my bad. I fucked that up. Let's see if our opponent takes advantage of it. They totally do, yeah.
Did someone say bomb?
What? Thank you for killing both of your totems. Oh, you're totally going face now. That's awkward. That's very awkward. So, how many face damage spells do you have in your deck? That's basically the question now, right? Okay, so I remove that, hit that, and ping. So if I'm hitting that and pinging, I'm playing Water Elemental and Leper Gnome. Okay.
Bombs away!
I feel icky. Come on, Kung Fu Grip. Brip? Kung Fu Grip.
Behold the might of Storm.
Show me what you're working with. Really? That's what you're working with? That's unfortunate. Oh, that's very fortunate for you. Dear Lord. Alright, Arcane Intellect. Give me something. Oh, baby. You're too good to me. You're just too good to me. I'll keep all of my minions alive. That's what I want to do. And again, I'm not playing a 4th minion to the board because I'm severely ahead of my opponent and I don't want them to be able to win the game by using a mind control tech. Okay. That's actually not that bad. Don't be a taunt. Oh, it's a healing, it doesn't matter. I want to be able to freeze the opponent's face as well, just so they can't use weapons. I really don't care about that Haunted Creeper. I cannot summon the fucks to give. I mean, like, removing it makes it more powerful. Why would I want to remove it at this point? I don't think my opponent's going to push 10 extra damage through the Haunted Creeper.
What to do?
This looks like it's going to be our 4th victory. Flame Tongue Totem's pretty good for my opponent. That's about it, though. A really good roll on Forked Lightning would be amazing. And that would be hit this, and then the 1-1 kills one of my... the 1-2 kills one of my 1-1s and heals back up to a 1-2 thanks to the Healing Totem. That'd be pretty good. Guess Lightning Storm does the same thing. Except it's actually worse for me because it might roll a 3 on this guy and then move him down to 3-3. It's just, I don't see my opponent getting back in the game from this.
There is little time.
I mean, getting a Death Rattle Sticky minion out of a Death Rattle Sticky minion, like getting Haunted Creeper out of the Piloted Shredder, that's really good. But is it good enough?
I wonder.
I don't think so. I think my opponent's just being a dick. Yeah, there's no reason just to straight up not even attack to the face. Unless you're just being a little bit of a ding.
There is little time.
Oh look, suddenly they're back at their keyboard and making decisions and moving their mouse around. I think you actually have to make a move before the auto rope on your second turn stops going. I think that's actually lethal for me, right? Oh, no, wait, it's totally not.
There is little time.
If this motherfucker rolls a spell damage totem and then just like double crackles my face, I'm gonna be pissed. So pissed. Not a spell damage totem. It's a burly rockjaw troll. It's a harvest golem. Oh, it's a rock biter weapon. Uh-huh, and you, my friends. No way. I just gave up lethal this turn. That's dumb. That was very dumb. Thought I had enough mana to do all of that. Hope to get the RNG to kill the face, and then crossbow. Even Bloodlust doesn't do it right now. If I lose, it's entirely my fault. I had lethal. Like, I had easy lethal as well. Alright. Yeah, we're not gonna lose. I'm gonna taunt this dude a little bit.
Thank you.
Because they roped on me like 3 times.
Thank you.
Ah, they squelched me. That person roped on me like 3 times, alright. I think I deserve that. Okay, looking at this screen, let's say that we're going to cut to a part 2, so you'll be able to find a link to part 2 in the description down below, and we'll hope to see you there.